All right. Hi, everyone. Hi, Patchwork family. This is Alex, and I am here today with Miss Julie um, for your
Yes.
Wellness Wednesday.
Thanks for having me.
I'm so happy that you are available to do this. It's hard
Yes.
to get the time to chat with each of you, and so I'm always excited when we can make the time.
Yeah, definitely. I'm so glad that we could find time and make it work.
Who's your cute little friend on your chair?
Oh, it is a weighted dinosaur that I have. Well, there are some conflicting ideas on if it's a dinosaur or an axolotl, but it is weighted. So the kids that I work with, they like to cuddle up with it and just kind of put it on their chests and all of that. So
Can you buy weighted stuffed animals? Or
yes, they have them at Target. They have all different types, and I think on Amazon too, they have, characters that you can buy as well that are weighted.
that's cool, I've never heard of that.
Mhm. Yeah, it's awesome.
I want a weighted blanket. I've got one of those sitting in my save for later cart that I that's probably
Yeah,
been there for
uh,
a year because I
yeah.
keep wanting to get it, but that's a
The
great
dinosaur is sitting on a weighted blanket, actually.
Really? That cute blanket is a weighted blanket too?
Yep. Mhm.
What? You have all
It
the
serves 2 purposes. 1, it's cute, it's decoration, and also it's helpful.
you have, like, the coolest things. What other things are you hiding?
A lot of Post-it notes. Yeah.
Well, that's not as interesting.
I do have a chocolate drawer, down here. It's a drawer just of different dark chocolates, so
Is that for you or for for your
my
friends?
secret stash. It's my secret stash. I save it for a rainy day.
Oh, that's good. Okay, well, besides that, how's your week going? How are things going for you?
It's going well so far. I think for me and also the people I work with, everyone's getting in back to school mode. Um, because school starts next week, I think. And so it's just a lot of
Oh,
preparation and shifting schedules and getting back in routines. So this week was kind of the start to that because routines are always helpful for everyone, including me.
for sure, for sure. So I guess we'll start with some of the people that might not know you. Introduce yourself a little bit, your name and what you do at Patchwork.
Okay, cool. My name is Julie Roubal. I am a licensed professional counselor, and I am a child, adolescent, a young adult therapist. My primary clientele, I would say, they are 10 and up, and they have a variety of presenting concerns, such as anxiety, depression, family conflict, self-esteem issues, struggling with transitions and stuff like that. But I also consider myself to be specialized in high conflict divorce cases. And so I'm very well versed in navigating those sorts of family dynamics and supporting kids specifically through those challenges as well. Um, and then on top of that, I also am the intake coordinator. So when someone calls us, I'm usually the one who they're talking to, and so my role there is to go ahead and gather some information, and see if we're able to move forward with scheduling according to what they need and if we have a good fit here for them. Mhm.
You are the voice on the other line when people call Patchwork and they are trying to find the right fit for
Yes.
themselves or for their the young one in their life.
Yes. And so I often am talking to parents if the client is a child, or the client themselves if they are an adult, because we do see kids, I would say, as young as 3, depending on the therapist, across the lifespan. And we also see couples here as well. So we have a variety of things. And the new addition of testing as well for comprehensive psychological testing, with Dr. Katie Germain. I do the intakes for that as well. Yeah, I'm starting to to find places for all the air dry clay that I do in here. Because
Ooh.
they're starting to be outnumbered. I'll grab it 1 second.
Oh yeah, let's see. Let's see your air dry.
These are only 4 of them. Here's a cat that I made.
Oh, that's so cute.
This is an octopus that I made.
Oh, very Squid Gamesy, octopusy,
Uh-huh.
something.
This is one that I made today in the session.
Oh, I love is it a hat?
Yep, it's wearing a hat. And
That's
then
very
this
cute.
is my all-time favorite that I made. It's a frog with a bouquet of flowers.
Wow.
So we do lots of air dry clay in here as well. So it's always nice if the person I'm working with is creative in that sense and wants to do the expressive therapies like that. Because then I get to have fun with it too. And that's what therapy is all about.
Yeah, you're gonna have to start a little side business with your
Yes,
you can
absolutely.
sell your air dry things at the next patchwork outing.
Yeah, maybe a side biz, who knows?
Super cute. How fun. Yeah, it's nice having an outlet where you can allow yourself to be creative like that. I know during COVID I had to find an outlet for myself. Um,
Hmm. Yeah, definitely. And especially in therapy and working with like kids, teens, all that, and even adults, but I can speak to working with the youth. They tend to really enjoy being a hands-on approach instead of us just kind of sitting on the couch and staring at each other. And so whether it be through playing games or doing art, clay and those sorts of things, we like to do activities, I guess, throughout our session to help with the process.
that's really cool. That's a fun thing to get to do crafts together.
And then they get to leave with it, so it's fun.
Oh, okay. So you don't have a collection of all of your friends' creations, just your cute things.
Just mine, because I will always be doing the art with them instead of just having them do the art. And so that they get to take their friends home.
For sure. That's cool. Well, what do you love about therapy? I'm kind of
So I've always known that I wanted to be a therapist, actually, ever since I was a kid. I always wanted to be a therapist. A lot of people are shocked by that, but I've always known I wanted to be a therapist and that I always wanted to work with kids. Because I really just love the idea of the young person that I'm working with being able to have a third party outlet, a third party space to work through whatever their experiences are, because then they can grow into healthier teenagers, adults, and so on and so forth. And so I see benefit in it across the lifespan, of course. But yeah, I just kind of like to be that space because a lot of times kids don't feel comfortable talking to their families for whatever reason, or they feel ashamed or feel like they can't talk about their things. And so I like to be that space for them and like the safe space. And at least in my office, they get to leave with a prize each time. So they love that too. And I love to make their days.
that's awesome. So, when you were going to school, you said, "Children, this is where I see I can be the most helpful for them."
Yes. Yeah. So all of my experience has actually been with kids, I would say, throughout my own growth and development as well. Like when I was in high school, I was a before and after care like counselor or whatever at schools. Um, and then in my internship that I had in my undergrad program, my for my bachelor's, I also was a case manager at a domestic violence and rape crisis center, and I was helping with the child program there too. And then when it came to my internship as well for my graduate program, I was very focused with the youth, and so I think 11 to 24, it was my age range that I worked with them. Oh, fun new things. Well, a couple of things. I'm not working on anything, but I am trying to be more physically active and like try new things. And so for me personally, I have been attending like hot yoga classes recently. It's very difficult, but we can do hard things. And I've been enjoying that though. It's very calming, and then also it's a good workout. So I'm trying to find like more workout classes I can attend instead of just the standard going to the gym and whatnot. So I think
It's
it's
so good.
your comfort zone.
Yoga is so good for your body, learning to stretch and
Hmm.
at any age, at the little age and the big age, like learning to stretch your muscles and do that.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
definitely. And when it comes to the yoga classes too, I actually, fun story, I just attended it was called like a sculpt and flow or something, but an express class, and it involves weights and stuff. And I've never been to this class before. I'm still like a beginner. And it was the fastest yoga I've ever done in my life. And it's just not what I was expecting, but I made it through. But it was a lot.
So, before I let you go, uh, did you have any back to school tips or advice for families?
Yeah, so I think just with the school year starting in general, a lot of families they do start to think about therapy services either for like their children or for them or um testing services as well. And I would probably just really encourage people to give us a call sooner than later just because especially with the child teen therapists scheduling it can be kind of tough because you can only go so early and then end so late, especially depending on the age. And so scheduling tends to fill up very quickly for the therapists. And then when it comes to testing, we do have openings right now. Dr. Katie, I believe, has openings as soon as next week to get started with new testing cases. So there's no wait list, and she accepts Blue Cross Blue Shield and Aetna at this time to go through insurance. And so just give us a call, I would say. And if you're just trying to get information as well, it's helpful to reach out and just plan and prepare.
That sounds great. I think we're gonna have Dr. Katie meet with us soon for like one of the next wellness. I think the next Wellness Wednesday, she's gonna
Oh,
be
awesome.
with us. Um, but as far as testing for school, you said what is that like um, to find out if your child needs a one of those special reports, or is that something different?
Yeah, so if people are trying to get more information as to what their child is experiencing, so if there is suspicion, for example, of anxiety, ADHD, other things going on, then people do seek testing to confirm a certain diagnosis. And then through that, they are able to receive a report of the findings along with accommodations that the school might be able to help them with. So oftentimes schools do require a report of some sort to kind of confirm a diagnosis and recommended accommodations. And so it's helpful to get it if your child especially is struggling in school, either academically or has other challenges that they could benefit from having like more breaks in class or extra time, like those sort of things.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you guys offered that. That's great.
Mhm. Yeah,
So good to know. Thank you.
of course. Thanks for having me today.
Yeah, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I hope we can do this again soon.
Thanks, you too.
All
Bye.
right. Have a good one. Bye, everyone.